Hello everyone. Now, I have to admit, I was a little bit drunk when I made this purchase, but the next day, I still didn't regret it. I still think this will be a good idea. So I'm going to open it in front of you now, but just to give you a rough idea of what it is, I wanted to get a gaming mat that I could use to play games of the Saga Age of Magic using this warband that I'm building up for the challenge that Little Legions and Leon T66 set. And I was looking for something a bit out of the ordinary. I had in mind a sort of tiled flooring that could either represent the tiling in a palace or something very kind of oriental and sort of luxurious, or else represent the paving stones in a sort of ornamental garden that I could put fountains and gazebos and things like that in, and play the game in that sort of environment. And I couldn't really find anything. I mean, inevitably, that's a bit of a big ask, really, of gaming mat companies. Tiny War Games in the UK do custom mats, so I'm sure it would probably be possible to arrange something through them. But then I have to either create the design or find an image that I want represented in mat form, and couldn't. So I was looking around for other suppliers other than gaming mat suppliers who might have something suitable, and I came across this company here, Pixars, who are based in Poland, and they sell quite a lot of different surfaces, but one of the things they sell are murals to put on your wall. And they have got, I think it must be hundreds of thousands of images of all kinds of designs, but a lot of them, there were about 100 pages, I'm not joking, of sort of ornamental tiled designs that you could put up on your wall. So I was trawling through those, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to give this a go, buy one of them, see what it's like, see if it will make a suitable gaming mat. So I haven't opened it yet. I'm going to now open it in front of the camera. I have to say, at first, my first impression of it though is it's meant to be vinyl, and it's a 6 foot by 3.5 foot surface, and it feels to me very light, a lot lighter than a playing mat would. So the quality of it, or how thick or thin it is, I'm not sure. But anyway, if this is reluctant to open up, because it is stapled down very well, then I'll turn the camera off. No, I think I should be able to tear that open. Not particularly riveting viewing, but it'll keep the continuity going. I'll do it this way. Right, so it's kind of like a poster material. I can see very thin. I expected vinyl to be a little bit thicker than that, I must admit. I'm hoping you can still see this because I'm away from the camera at the moment. I'll lay this out. Right, now that is weird, because I thought this was going to be one continuous area, but in fact it's two, which may not be a problem actually, because that will be, I don't know, yeah, it probably will be. That's going to be 3 foot by 3.5 foot, which is too small to play Saga on. So you're supposed to put the two together, I guess. and there's a piece at the end. This is the other half. There's one half of it. It's got a blank area and it's got cut with scissors there. So really, this is effectively a poster. But they're not selling them as gaming mats. So this was a bit of a punt. But I think with a bit of work, once it's flattened out and everything, that would be okay. That would be okay. It marries up quite neatly. It's a nice design. It's exactly what I wanted in terms of appearance. Very kind of ornamental floor that you would get in some kind of Eastern luxury kind of garden or palace, and with a few scenic items dotted around it and flattened down on the table. I think that's going to look pretty good, but in terms of my first impression with the actual quality of it, not quite what I was expecting. But anyway, I'm still happy with it. Now, the thing is, as well as this, they had a lot of other images on their website. I'll try and put a link to it in the title below this video so that you can go and have a look. But basically, if you say you were looking for a surface to play a space battle on, they have got hundreds of beautiful astronomical images. I think most of them probably taken by the Hubble telescope. They would look great for a battle out in space. Lots of unusual things such as old maps, antique maps. So maps of the old charts of the sea and everything. Might be suitable for an old sort of age of sail, Renaissance period naval battles. They've got maps of vintage maps of old cities like Victorian London. I mean, it could be quite good for some kind of steampunk kind of game. The scale on it would be a lot different from the old figures, obviously, but just to give a theme to the game, it could work quite well. And then, as I say, in terms of this kind of ornamental flooring, it's flattening out quite nicely as I speak, actually, so that's a bit of a relief. As far as this kind of thing, I picked this one quite quickly just to sort of give it a punt, but I'm sure I could have found things that are even more attractive had I tried. So have a look, see what you think. Cost wise, probably just about reasonable value for money. It costs £55. £6.90 postage. I bought it on, it said that it could take up to 2 months for them to print it, but I bought it on Sunday evening and it is now just early afternoon on the Thursday following. So it's come all the way from Poland, printed and brought all the way from Poland in 4 days. So that's pretty good. £55, £6.90 postage. So at the moment I've paid £66.90 for it. No, have I? £7, hang on, it was £7.90 postage, so I paid £66.90 in total for it. It did come through, I was tracking it today, and it came through customs extremely quickly. So whether I am going to get clobbered later on with an invoice, because it was delivered by FedEx, who were the company that slapped a bill on me about 4 weeks after I'd received another order from Europe, I don't know. But anyway, that would still take it up. If you looked at Tiny War Games vinyl mats, and I would say immediately, you're not really comparing like to like, because their lino mats are proper thick lino, a lot thicker than this. But that a 6 foot by 4 lino mat from Tiny Wargames would cost you £72 plus presumably postage as well. So you pay your money and takes your choice, really, don't you? But the custom ones. If I were to go through Tiny Wargames to get something like this printed up by them, it would probably be a lot more than £72 because they would have to do all the design work and so on. So the way this is flattened out, as I said while we've been talking, is very reassuring, and it does look to me now like this is going to be ideal. Oh, the other thing I meant to say about the available maps, maybe not figure games, but if you're playing some kind of strategy game, if you just type in search for the maps, there are just pages and pages and pages of maps. Lots of them of continents or the entire world, broken up into countries or subdivisions such as counties or whatever. If you were playing some kind of strategy game using that, I think that would look really good. Really good indeed. So anyway, there you go. A possible alternative if you're hard pressed. I am thinking I have got a space mat for the occasional space battles that I've played in the past, but the images they have are definitely a lot more appealing than the mat I've got. So that's it. That's just my offering of what I still think was a good idea. So thanks very much for watching. See you on the next video. Bye for now.